The winner takes it all. The loser stands and falls. And that is definitely something that's figured out this week. So, coffee with Scruff. Need the coffee. I can hear it. So it must be on its way.
It's here.
It's here.
There you go.
Because we all know Scruffy likes a coffee.
Too
Thank you,
much.
my love. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So, a little bit of a different location today. I'm actually down in Suffolk at the lodge. Little hot tub behind me. And little hot stuff just gone inside. But she brought the coffee, and we all know Scruffy likes a coffee, so here we are. So what am I talking about? Well, sometimes you need to step away from things. And I did Scruff Live at the weekend, and it had its moments. And you can kind of see different elements in people when you do an event like that, because there's like 30 odd of us in a room and we're all different. And I often ask the question to start with, you know, type of trader are you time rich, time poor, all that sort of thing. And just because you want to do something doesn't actually mean you've got the ability to do it. Now, we all have the opportunity to be better. But let me ask you a question. Do you seriously think watching a 15-minute video is going to give you a 6-figure career? Because if you do, you're delusional. You genuinely are. If you think about any professional career, it takes time to learn the craft. Not only have you got to learn the craft, you've got to learn certain hacks within it that you can fine tune, but you also find your own groove as you do it. You ain't going to do that in 15 minutes. It's just not going to happen. Now, one of the guys in the group, I'm not going to say who it is. Hey, you bugger. Oh, that was a bit of a disaster. Camera fell over. But it's actually a good metaphor for what we're discussing. Now, I'm going to give a little salute to all the guys in the squad, but mainly one. You know who you are, but I'm not going to mention it. But it's what's triggered today about how almost blew their account in one day. How? Clearly not paying attention to what's going on. Now, I'm going to talk you through a few of my rules, and I'll explain where they come from as well. And this is why doing a 15-minute video is not going to help you in the slightest. It takes time. Before we get into that, if you come into the squad for argument's sake, people think, and I get it all the time, you know, they're going to be in it for a day. They're going to quickly go into the GoldenEye module, grab hold of my bias tool, and then they're going to be rich. It doesn't work like that. You know, yes, from day one you'll get the standard bias tool, and it'll help you get direction. You'll be able to see the modules, see the strategies I use. But you know, strategy is only that much of a trade. The entry point is minimal. If you actually want to trade on the long term, you need to understand the dynamics of the chart. So you've got to understand how to mark it up. You've got to understand how to validate. So you've got to understand what a fib is. You've got to have a good understanding of what indicators are and how they operate, where they come from, etc. How the economic calendar works, times of the day, and of course, you. So what I have a tendency to say in the squad is, month one, go through where the scruff, get an understanding of what's going on, go through it 2 or 3 times. When you move over into month 2, you should have a basic understanding of what you're looking at. So therefore, do what's called a 30-day challenge, where you take 1 trade a day for 30 days. If you end positive, you pass. If you end negative, you fail. But if you took more than 1 trade a day, you also fail. And then when you go month 3, once you've done them 2, I'll give you my prime bias tool, which is the one you see me use all the time, because you've earned the right to use it. I'll give you that bias engine. But if you haven't and you're not putting any time and effort in, there's not a tool in the land that's going to help you. None. So what are my rules? Well, you'll often hear me say I trade once or twice a day. First one, score, score, stop. So if I'm on an instrument, I'll only ever trade it twice. Why? Why is it twice? Because the markets rotate. And the chances are I can get to the top of the market, I'll take another trade, and oh my God, I'm on the wrong side of it. So score, score, stop. I also have a one-loss rule. Because I trade minimal, my hit rate is really high. Okay, but I'm waiting for that 1 or 2 trades. But if I lose it, it means I'm out of sync. So I don't go back to market again. Stops revenge trading, stops over trading, and it stops being stupid. And then I have a ratio rule. I break trades up, and a lot of people don't get this, because every time you see me go to market, I'm roughly 1-on-1. Now, people go, oh no, I've seen you stop widening your target. You might have done, but I stage into it. So the maths works out to be 1-in-1. And that's how I do it, you know. And then I suppose I'm not greedy either. Now, as long as I keep my win rates right, I follow the direction, trade less, I make more. And that's why you see me day in, day out. The guys see it. I try and tell them all the time. They don't pay any attention, but I'm not their keeper, so they can do what they like. You know, there's some traders that are there, and I see them straight away, and they're putting on wonderful figures, but it never lasts, because eventually it just blows up in their face, because you cannot sustain trading from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, going bang, 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 all day. You just can't sustain it. If you can, you're far better than I am, because I can't do it, right? But you can't concentrate. But at the other side of it, do you really want to be sitting in front of a screen for 12 hours of the day? No. I start at 6:30 in the morning, and if I wasn't doing things for the squad and one thing or another, I'm normally finished by 9:30, and then I've got the rest of the day to do whatever I want. Here, been here all week. I've traded a little bit for myself on a morning, just while Joanne's doing her hair and what have you. But the rest of the time we've been all over the place. You know, I've been at Grey Yarmouth today, I was at Southwold yesterday, I was at the cinema yesterday, Southwold the day before. I want to see 28 Years Later, boys and girls. I didn't particularly like it. I liked the first 2, they were really good, but this one, I think if it was on its own and I watched it on a Saturday afternoon, maybe. But it was just, I don't know, if you've seen it, drop it in your comments, tell me what you think. Not for me. But having a holiday is for me. I love being on holiday. That's why I go on holiday a lot. And why? Because of the rules I've just told you. So the next time you blow an account up, it's not the market's fault, it's your fault. Because you should never let one trade cripple your account. If you've got a small account, I'll vaguely go with it. But if you've got a couple of grand in and you let it run that far against you, you're winging a prayer. Literally winging a prayer. No, it's no good. So know where your limits are, where you're getting in, where you're getting out, and stick to your plan, and you'll be fine. Anyway, I'm easy found. You find all my contact details below. And on that, what you got to remember is, as a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, and I'll never contact you with any services. Never. So if you ever get one, it ain't me. So please report it, because there's a lot of fake accounts out there. And the only way you'll ever get in contact with me are through the official channels, which are on the SCRUFFYTrader.com. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.